Fair.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So interesting. I just heard, remembering, I was just thinking about what Ashish told just now, that Sam Altman himself had told that AI is not a replacement for human performance. That I could correlate immediately, because recently I started, out of my hobby and interest, I joined a course for voiceover and dubbing. And there is an institute run by a director and an ex-IITian called Ronkel Institute. And there I joined, and they were discussing, earlier the dubbing used to happen this way and that way, X, Y, Z. And now dubbings are done on AI. Definitely what is happening is there were some seniors and all who were coming and explaining us how to talk, how to even pronounce, like what we learned in my school days and all. Those also we tend to do it wrong. But interestingly, what they told us, because AI is coming and coming up with a very proper diction, the artists are upscaling themselves. So that is where the human performance has no limit. AI definitely will help us augment everything, the same thing everywhere. I think all of you have heard all these statements much better places from other senior speakers and all. But this is very interesting that uh, AI is now, competition is not my competition is not my peer or other companies or other brands. It is AI. So how well I can do much better than what AI can deliver. So let us see what are the possible roles in terms of marketers, which I personally feel this is happening. Whatever I am trying to show you is all practical research, what I have learned in last few months of understanding these things. So basically what is happening, just hold on. Before that, official disclaimer. So all the views and opinions are my personal and nothing to do with my, you hear that disclaimer after insurance. So this is a disclaimer. Everything is on me, nothing related to my organization. So what will be your take at the end? So I'm giving you the last slide first, but I'm taking you through a journey of a story which I want to trying to explain in a more simpler way. So what you're going to gain at the end is what I try to coin as meta. Meta has nothing great. It's nothing, this thing. It is just meta is a word which I tried to coin based on what four things which a marketer has to do, precisely because meta word is memorable. So nothing else. I am a lazy person, so I don't remember all the long jargon. So I try to remember things with abbreviations. So this is what I feel is the end result of this session. So what are the traditional roles? Now, since the topic is all about what are the marketing roles and what might change. So what are the current roles? Since 80s, as I was a kid then, I'm still a kid. And since 80s, what were the kind of products and what were the kind of role of marketer? How was the focus area? What were the tools they used? What were the skill set they had? So these, I think, they were earlier in till 1995, where not much of satellite and all were not there. So that were when distribution was more important. Like if any senior people are there, they'll understand that pharma companies in earlier times, giving example of pharma, those who had a strong reach, they were the kings. Somebody had the capacity to reach far and wide, they were the kings. Later came how well the brand was established, the concepts, and now the brand building has taken. So that is how the transition pharma has also taken. So if you see earlier, more of a product pushers, there were no much competition and all. Now there are multiple competitions. Like I always give an example of 1950s, two big countries then, US and Russia at that time. They had a fight. So there were two big things fighting. Now, over a period of time, what happened? There were no two big things. Now, there were many good smalls. So today also in any field, if you see, the same tendency happens. Earlier, there was two big companies or entities or anybody fighting. Now there will be many smalls, many good smalls. They'll be fighting. So you take in terms of e-commerce, you take in terms of any kind of products like in our childhood, we never used to know any big brand other than Nike and Reebok. Today, how many sports shoes and sports apparel companies are there which are much better than maybe those branding which were traditionally known? So this is how the transition has happened. So from a brand builders now customer centric. Now what is going on is more on customer centric, male, female, age group wise, this never used to be there. Like for example, soap traditionally, maybe even in now in some rural areas, soaps are sold in like what we buy paneer today. Many youngsters may not know soap. The bathing soap was only one, same. For कपड़े धोने का भी same था, नहाने का भी same था. And they used to cut it in 100 gram, 200 gram, big cake, and that was how. But now it came male, female, to the level that, it became face wash, hand wash, vaginal wash, so many wash. Today, I'm having a very good story that I can sell a soap which I can tell that left hand wash and right hand wash. So that also is possible today in the marketing space. So that is how the evolution has happened. So why I'm giving you this context is try and understand and correlate what is happening over a period of time. Many of you might be experienced 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 years. Now see the change which has happened, and without knowing or unknowingly, you have adapted to it. Nobody taught you how to use Facebook. You never attended a IM or a big session class to know how to push your videos on Instagram. You learned it. So that was how things were coming up. So let us see what is the rewiring. What has happened over time? Now, earlier, in a summarized way, word of mouth. 15, 20 years back, 30 years back, when we wanted to buy a car or something, we used to go and ask the showroom, we used to go and ask some friend who has bought that car or that particular phone or whatever. That was a human trust. Over a period of time, when these digital things started, that was a phase when the reviews and all started coming in. There were smartphones, which, smartphones has a very interesting, when smartphones came down by 10,000 every month, even today, as per Google Analytics, it is told that every month 1 crore new smartphones are being put in the market. And that is why you see so many smartphones coming up with more and more features and also many being launched. So every month, 1 crore new smartphone users are added. So that is it. And there, what happened? User reviews and all. Earlier, you used to ask friends, how was that film or that product, etc. Today, you just see the ratings. You just try to see the Google or anything. Now, then came influencers, how well they are pushing. So even the films, everything, I think, are being pushed on reels and all, so that to influence things to the consumer, to that AIDA model, attention, interest, desire, action. So that attention and interest model has come into more into digital space. So this is one major